want to start this off by saying I completely lost my PC recently and all of my editing files. So I put all of my energy into editing this video and not into remaking my intro yet. This is going to be a good one, and I really hope you enjoy. Server wipes don't come that often in DayZ, and that means that there's a lot of groups and bases around the map, making it really hard for me as a solo to build anything up and keep it for any amount of time. So today, I'm going to do something about those bases, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Right now, I need food for a journey and weapons to defend myself along the way. I've got a special location to get to, and it is not very close. I left the small town of Badlands behind and moved on west to the neighboring airfield, trying to arm myself a little better before I moved into the city of Cherno. I always have my work cut out for me here because if it's not for players, it's all of the infected. I heard shooting on my way into town, so I decided to stash some of my things in the woods, as I do often, just to minimize some of the damage and give myself a chance, in case I did lose a fight. There's loot right there on the ground. The city of Cherno is basically a big concrete playground. I know most of the alleys and the cuts that get you places faster, and the long sight lines that'll get you spotted quickly, making me feel a little bit more comfortable than I probably should be coming into this place. I was mainly here to prepare myself for the journey ahead, but as a side quest, I decided to hunt down this shooter. This guy just went in the PD. Oh, he's got a bat out. Loading a shotgun now. Hungry. Chill. I'm friendly, bro. You pull a gun out, we'll fight.
Yo, man. I'll be completely honest, I don't got any bullets, so there's not much.
Alright, hear me out. Don't open the door.
Yo. Okay, I won't.
There's a soda on the floor. If you open the other door, I'll shut the other one so you can grab that soda. I know you're hungry. This guy called himself Pickle, and he turned out to be okay for the moment. He had less gear than the gear that I found on the ground when I entered town, so I'm pretty sure this wasn't my shooter, but I still didn't trust him, and I decided to leave kinda quickly. I went through a few more buildings in town, grabbing a bit of food, filling up my water bottle, and quickly making it back to those weapons I found on the ground, because after sorting this stuff out, I had some ground to cover. My target location was about an hour hike north of here, but I tried not to show up anywhere empty-handed. I planned my next stop in the city of Electro, roughly a 10-minute jog to the east. Along the way to Electro and when I got into town, I planned to gather as much building supplies as I could carry and stash whatever was left over so I could pick it up later. As soon as I made it to Electro, I stashed everything I had underneath a log and made my way down into town. But little did I know, this stop would give me more than I expected, and that stash will become part of the problem. Could be better, but that's good. In the very first set of houses, I dropped my backpack and it glitched and I wasn't able to pick it back up. Then I pretty much looted the entire city. Shed after garage after industrial building. I looted almost everything and came up with almost nothing. I knew someone was probably close collecting all of the loot, but with a place this big, I was hoping to find a lot more than what I did. You'll find it. Nails in a coat lock. That's it. Nails in a coat lock. 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 One of the very next things I saw right after leaving that shed was going to spark something in me that I could never deny in any base building game. Are they trying to go into the second floor? Ah, they were. Two gates. This was another survivor's base, and someone tried to build up a structure and boost in from the outside. I chose to try and go over the main gates. I can go in this base this way, but there's a certain way I have to do it. Going over head or feet first will get me stuck in an angled position that's really hard to get out of, especially as a solo. If I want to go over, I'll need to go over sideways so that my head and my feet stay level. And in this situation, it was almost impossible, but I still had 2 more options. With just 4 long sticks from a bush sharpened to a point, I can take out a single gate from the inside, which I had access to on one of the gates. This will get me 1 code lock and the ability to gather the resources from the gate, all while taking 1 wall from the base owner, and likely the guy that has all of the loot from town. As good of a start as this was, I was starting to realize that I wasn't alone, and I was far from done. For the next gate, I boosted myself up and hit the frame from the front, allowing me to bypass the front panels and get in even faster than the last gate. With the first gate out the way, I was able to walk onto this plank and squeeze by the other gate on the windowsill. Once I removed one of the posts from the other side, I was in. Although the loot was pretty bad, I was now about to be up 4 locks, hundreds of nails and other base building materials, and 2 large storage containers to stash it all away in. I already had some items stashed away in the apartment next door, so I took the rest of what was valuable, put it inside this sea chest, and took it to the school nearby while I finished everything up.
Oh, I don't know what's going on in here. I'm out of here. Alright, don't fucking kill me.
I couldn't have this guy wandering around knowing exactly where I was at and what I was doing. So I spent a while looking for him, but it seems like he vanished. And since he was lost in the wind, I took a short break and came back later to finish the job and collect the last of my rewards. Someone found the stash and everything I had worked for was gone. Maybe this spot was too common, or maybe someone had saw me or heard me, because while I was working at that base, I heard multiple shots across the field right next to my first stash. The way they were shooting, it sounded like bait shots to get me to come over, and it made sense because when I went to check on my stash, that one was gone too. And now after spending all of my energy on that base, I was too weak to fight, pretty much forcing me to take this loss. But fortunately for me, I feel like the less you have, the more there is to find. I eventually made my way over the hills and through the woods to Staroy, a small but busy town about 10 minutes from the coast, and one of the first places people go to start picking up real military gear from the military camp across the field. I upgraded my shotgun and skipped that military, heading straight to Shakovka. At this point in my adventure, my luck had been up really high and back down again, but slowly it was about to climb again. No wheels. Wire, got everything, missing 2 wheels. Alright, we literally have a mission now. Having this vehicle will give me the freedom to take a lot more risks, but first I had to find the wheel. They were small enough to fit in a backpack, but the main problem, just like the car I found in my last adventure, will be actually locating the wheel, which was going to take even longer because I would find something else that would spark my interest. This base had 2 gates. The upstairs gate had a frame that was showing from the bottom floor, so I attacked that one first. This will help the base stay secure and unsuspecting from the outside if I had to leave quickly. For the first gate, I boosted myself up a bit and tried to keep an angle on the back panel. This one took some precision and consistency, making it a little bit harder to pull off, but it still only took 4 sticks. Oh, yes. Oh, this one was backwards. Oh, this is so neat. This is is a beautiful base. Oh. M16. We'll find. I have too many weapons. Way too many weapons. I took as much as I felt like I really needed and went to collect my stash on the other side of town, because now I was very close to my original target location, and I would finally be able to pick up with the gear I left off with in the last adventure. Just like that video, the adventure that comes right after this one will be posted in the pinned comment. If you haven't seen how we got this yellow vehicle and everything that came after that, go back and watch the last video. I don't think you'll regret it. I wanted to use this car to collect the wheels for the other one, but when I knew I was leaving this car for a while, I took the battery out and now I had to find another one. So I carefully coasted the car down the hill, went into the nearby town and looked for a battery. The battery didn't take me long to find, and I was also able to recover the wheels I needed for the other car, which I planned to drive north along one of the red trails to investigate some bases I found last week. Oh no. First location I would visit up north was a base I found in Severograd, but I was not driving my new car straight to a town like that. I saw this rock formation by one of the small towns just south of Severograd that seemed like the perfect location to store my car, then made the small hike up to my target area. Gotta be careful not to get spotted going down here. Nope, this is it. Base being a single gate and only needing to raid the frame at this point just felt too easy. And when things start to get too good, this game has a way of reminding you how brutal it can actually be. But for now, we were eating good. Ooh, 74 we already have. This one is actually good. Really well organized as well. This tactical helmet will allow me to mount my NVGs and finally be able to have eyes in the dark. There was also a blowtorch here with enough gas that will be perfect to repair my new car. So I took the one crate of items I needed and a few more things that could fit in my pockets, stashed some stuff in the river behind town that I could come back for later, and after a quick fire, I made my way back to the car. On most vanilla servers and official servers, the wipes usually last a very long time. I don't play every wipe or server exactly the same, but one thing I do no matter what is set up camps and stashes. I try to split the map up into thirds in the center of every section of the map. This allows me 2 backup stashes if one gets found, 3 backup locations for when I build a main base, and somewhere I can get to relatively quickly to depot a bunch of loot if I need to. Usually I don't show this stuff in my videos, and only the full adventures that happen between or after the stashes. So if you are enjoying these videos, leave a like and a comment to let me know, and consider subscribing to the channel. It's completely free and will help me out a lot in continuing to make better videos and reach my goal of 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. This base only had a 3 combination lock. So after opening that up, I made my way upstairs to find the main loot room. Based on the way the loot was separated, it looked like they had plans to build up, so I sorted most of the loot into a couple crates that I would leave in the base and took a few crates for storage at my new stash. The loot that I stash away early into the wipes is what I'll use to fall back on in case things go really bad in the future, or if I find a group that I need to barter with. That being said, I would take some time to run with Ice Mike. I went back to my first camp and picked up a foul. I got this weapon just after tracking that duo down in Krasnostav. This was the weapon I planned to use to survive for the next week or so. I was taking the SV98 rifle from Mike, but soon DayZ was going to remind us that even if you have all the firepower on the map, the game still has a lesson to teach. Here I am in town, coming in from the north.
I'm on the north, or I'm on the west side.
Are you in
That's
the? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Come in here and take this, please. Stupid heavy rifle.
Oh, thank you. It's gonna suck having to wait to get it again, but
See these crates here?
no.
There's pliers, a saw, a shovel, a hammer.
Oh. That's like half the stuff we need right there.
Literally, bro. This is like so streamer loot is crazy. Wanna go there?
It's on the way to where we're going. It's
Sorry. Wait.
Sorry or Cabanino.
We were originally headed towards a small town near the northwest airfield called Cabanino, and these shots sounded a little bit closer to us, but still on the way, leading us to Novi to investigate. I see the double-story brown, double-story red past the hunter's market. I don't see nothing, no zombies down here.
There's zombies by the PD. Let's see. Yeah, right at PD.
I'm behind you, maybe 50 meters.
One of them's definitely outside. My door's open. Bed.
Nice.
Double grill. I'm coming in.
Okay. I'm gonna go in the back. Yeah, the fight was here. Lots more stuff here.
Very clear this one.
Bro, there's so much food. This guy left so much stuff. Like there's
Oh
like
my gosh,
yeah,
a Mosin.
there's a lot of food, bro. There's tons of food. Jeez, but there's nails here. All the food and extra materials here will make the work we had ahead of us a lot easier. Shortly after this, I had to log out for a few minutes and came back to some bad news. Yo, I'm back. Are you
I
good?
just died like
Ah,
10 seconds ago, but I don't know if I'm pretty sure it was a cheater.
these were not the words that I wanted to hear, especially from an experienced official player like Mike. All I could hope for was that this wouldn't last long and that we could remain resilient enough to get through it.
See anyone at Novi or sorry?
No, I'm stashing our base stuff, all of our base stuff in the woods now.
Okay.
Take that and that. Eventually, Mike made it back. We made it back to his body to collect what was left, and we found the last thing we needed for the base. I got the lock.
Nice.
We planned our build, and Mike told me about a car in the previous town.
Well, I forgot to tell you there was a car in Starry that had everything with spark plugs.
I have a spark plug, bro. And on our way there, we found another base in Cabanino that will be a pretty easy raid tonight. So again, the roller coaster was back up.
Coming up.
I got shot. I think I...
Oh, it's a cheater, yeah. Yeah, I knew it was a cheater. I shouldn't want to sound like I was like reaching.
And with that, all of our plans were over, and Mike was gone. And for good reason. I don't blame him not one bit. A while later, I loaded back up and started again. This time, skipping all of my stashes and going to meet up with a really chill guy I met named Troy. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, what's up, brother?
Dude, I just got you here, wait. I got you, just come in here.
Troy gave me a rifle the same way I gave Mike a
No,
rifle.
I don't
It's
think
crazy
it's
how I
spawned,
fight
I
for
think
such
it's
big
dropped it.
moments. and these little ones end up being the best part. A few minutes later, we stumbled on this base and a few other things that were really familiar to me. Got a car right here. You know what, bro? This was ages ago, but I think I did this. I think I remember this car here. This was like 2 months ago. I actually had another car. There's a guy named Mike, and he lives up here in a base, and I'm pretty sure. What's your name?
My name is Mike. Thank you for not killing me.
Oh, days. There it is. He did build some though before it got raided. They say good things come to those who wait, but in reality, good things come to everyone, and I think it depends on how you look at it. You may not get a lot of opportunities, but sometimes all you need is one. So I need the lock, the hatchet, and saw, and that's it.
Yeah.
Pliers, right?
Yep.
Oh, and we'll need those shots as well, huh? It sounded like the shots were at that military. I estimated the shots to be at a military that was about 800 meters further than where they actually were. And I didn't want the shooter to have time to either move or find a decent spot to hold up in. If we were going to catch this one, we had to move quickly. Two guys. Get the one on the left. He's up. And now, again, I was geared. Almost exactly how I was before. And in some ways, even better. And so, the roller coaster ride continued. Come on, let's get out of here. We gotta go now. Got the lock. Let's go, bro. Oh, this is pretty solid, bro. There's another code lock here. What we have, the amount of I have another lock here, bro. Takes me back again, kid. Same code. If you cut that, my hands will get bloody if you cut that other one up. Finally getting the base down felt great, but it was only the beginning. As I proved earlier, setting up your base properly and having multiple layers of security is critical to survive in the long run. So I left our small industrial base on the west side of the map and traveled about 7 minutes to the east to a city called Zelenogorsk, where I would set up a small stash and spend the next few days hunting and looting the resources. This was the building that I chose to stash in. It had a pretty unsuspecting balcony, and even though this wasn't the best place to store loot, I wasn't going to be here too long, and was comfortable leaving some items here. And this wasn't the first time I used this location. I had been here previously with Ice Mike, and while I set up this stash and sort some items, I want to tell you a quick story about how that went.
So, I'm in
Where?
hospital. I'm dead. Just to the right of the front, the two double door in the.
He's inside?
Yeah.
Mike was very unfortunate to die to a shotgun camper, and the same thing almost happened to me. When I opened those double doors, there was no way for me to get a right-hand peek, meaning I had to risk exposing a lot of my body to peek a weapon that dominates at close range. After that, I needed a place to store all of the loot, and that's when I found this balcony, bringing us back to the present day. Leave it open. After looting the main parts of the town, I decided to head for that heli that I heard crash earlier because I felt like there was nobody around, but I was wrong. That was a shot. It's either a pistol in town or it's a rifle up there, like a shotgun up there at the needle. If it's in town, we're gonna miss them, but if it's at the needle, we probably catch them. If they come to Zeleno. I don't know where it's at. There's no shot at despawned by now, but there's Veer, right? So there's Veer, and there's the houses. The creek is right there. So that I searched a few crash locations and could not locate the heli, no matter how hard I tried. So I returned to Zelenogorsk, and that's when I spotted what I suspected was the shooter that I heard when I was leaving the town. There's a guy right there. Okay, his trajectory is straight to military, so we're gonna go kind of catch him. What the heck was that at? That can't be the same guy. I think he's got MVGs on. Oh, there's two. I got a little bit too close, but still a little bit too far. Oh no. Where's the other one? Dead. There was something else out here, but I just couldn't figure out where. And after making this much noise, I didn't want to linger around in the woods in this area anymore. In total, these guys weren't as geared as what I thought. I left most of the gear there, including the plate carrier, the M16, and most of everything else that was on their body and in their stash. Over time, I've learned not to take the risk and try and talk to too many geared players. Not always, but most of the time you'll be shot upon approach or shot in the back later on. But since I can never really know for sure, the best I can do is leave their stuff in case they come back. What a base, too. They have a dividing wall right here, and it's so straight. Whoever built this is such a good builder. These adventures recently have been especially amazing. From spawning in to start this video, all the way back to when I started playing DayZ, and even all the way back to my first 100 subscribers. It has been such a wild roller coaster. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.